Since taking over his father's place, Joel Osteen has seen a huge growth in his wealth. While the pastor does not take a salary from the church, he has amassed a $100 million fortune from his speaking fees, merchandise, and book royalties. In today's video, we are going to take a look at some expensive things that Joel Osteen owns. Stay tuned to find out. Expensive cars. Joel Osteen has never run away from showcasing his luxurious life. While there was a precise discussion about his expenses, Osteen came under heavy scrutiny after it was revealed that he bought a Ferrari 458 Italia worth $325,000. In July 2021, various pictures surfaced on Twitter which claimed that the pastor was seen driving a silver or black Ferrari down the streets of Houston. It resulted in an outcry of social media, and whether he owns the car is still not confirmed. Private jets. Televangelists and priests are recognized for their lavish purchases of private jets as they have to travel to many locations to spread the gospel and speak to the public. Joel Osteen also owns one of the priciest jets, which is a $68 million Airbus A319. The charter plane was first produced in 1994 and used by different airlines, including Delta, American Airlines, and United. One of the most expensive things anyone can own is definitely a private jet. Private jets make life easier for the rich and popular people when it comes to travel. Not only does it put an end to squished-in middle seats or bland airline food, but they are also very expensive to own and operate. But that's not a big deal for Joel Osteen, as he owns a private jet. Since Osteen travels all over the country to preach, the expense of a jet may feel worth it. Also, he doesn't think that he needs to be poor to be a good pastor. In an interview with Piers Morgan, Osteen explained that he was humble but not embarrassed of his wealth. Sports stadium. Through his Lakewood church, Joel Osteen bought the basketball stadium owned by the NBA team Houston Rockets. According to the New York Times, his group spent $75 million to add a 5-story complex and extend 200,000 square feet of space. After finishing the renovations, which took over 15 months, more than 56,000 people attended the opening ceremony, including some famous politicians like Nancy Pelosi and Rick Perry, who were the former governor of Texas. Branded clothes. Being an individual who appears on television, stadiums, and social media channels, Joel Osteen is always dressed in amazing suits. While there is no evidence that he purchased some high-end brands like Prada or Gucci, the pastor looks best in front of live audiences, and his suits and accessories also have a grand feel. Before we move ahead, if you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now, let's continue. Osteen is quite old-fashioned when it comes to what he wears to church. Despite running a contemporary non-denominational megachurch, Osteen prefers a classic style. That's why you'll generally see a pastor wearing the same type of outfit when he preaches, a suit, usually with a tie. But he keeps it simple. All those suits are bound to add up cost-wise. Osteen's expensive-looking suits contrast with a biblical directive to eschew money and care for the least of these. One look at Osteen's Instagram page and it becomes clear that this is a man who is hardly caught not wearing a nice suit. Now, he is not an influencer, so he's not tagging the brands that he's wearing in his posts. But it doesn't take a master to figure out that those suits are not off the rack from Men's Warehouse. It's not a sin to dress well, but it's probably not off base to assume that Osteen's wardrobe cost him a lot. Houston home. Life as a successful pastor also comes with different luxuries, including the possessions in beautiful homes. Osteen and his wife Victoria bought an expensive home in 2010 for $10.5 million, located in the suburbs of Houston. The mansion has 17,000 square feet of living space and is estimated to be worth $15 million. The River Oaks home has 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 3 elevators, 1 guest's house, and 5 open-wood fireplaces. Private yacht. Considering Joel Osteen is a pastor who makes so much money and lives in a rich neighborhood, he gets a lot of flack for his lifestyle. While most pastors across the United States are not really raking in the big bucks and purchasing multiple homes, Osteen is definitely doing that. He even owns a yacht, but we'll get back to that in a second. In 2017, Osteen received a lot of criticism for his initial response to Hurricane Harvey. As Harvey hit Houston hard, many people expected Osteen to give a helping hand and invite people into his 606,000 square foot Lakewood church for shelter, but that wasn't the case. and Osteen was criticized for flinching before becoming a good Samaritan. As the Houston Chronicle reported, Christian satire site The Babylon Bee poked fun at the situations and wrote that Osteen was out on his luxury yacht to make amends by throwing copies of Your Best Life Now to stranded flood survivors. Well, that was not true. However, the Washington Post did make mention of an actual yacht belonging to Osteen, referring it and other of his luxury items are as one of the reasons Osteen had become a topic of contempt among Americans.